the title of my presentation might offend some of you, and in the nature of tonight's event, I just want you all to know I don't think any of you are normal. So some of you may be like me, and some of you may remember the great 80s, early 90s, where everyone had a category. You were the nerd, you were the cool person, you were the athlete. You all had your category that you had to fit in, and that was who you are, and you weren't really much else beyond that category. Well, it wasn't quite that way in my high school, and some of you may have had the same situation. I was able to be in a lot of things. I was in track, debate, theater, cross-country skiing. I'm sorry, from Minnesota, you guys don't have that around here. We had band, National Honor Society, and it was cool. They supported, oh, go out, do this, do that, do that. But now high school's done, time to pick a career. Pick your path. You're going to the University of Missouri, Columbia, Tigers. Yeah, VOU. Okay, so focus. You are now a broadcast journalist, okay? You're done with childish things like math and science. You're going to ask questions like why and how, and your daughter just died. How does that make you feel? So I did it, and I thought, you know, this is going to be cool, because I'm not going to just be stuck at a desk doing the same thing every single day. I'm going to go out, and one day I'm going to do a story about animal rescue, and another day I'm going to say, hey, somebody died in the river. What do you think? So it was fun. I got to do new and different things every day, and that kept me interested. But then I kind of realized I missed something that I had while I was in school. I missed having a class where there was an answer, and it was the right answer. Not, how does that make you feel? Why do you think that? And, oh, that's great. No, I want 1 + 1 = 2. I want H to be hydrogen and nothing else. And so I realized I missed some of that, and I actually added another major, which was meteorology. And at that point in time, I realized I wanted to go that Renaissance woman path. I didn't want to have to just pick one thing, my artistic, journalistic side. I didn't want to say goodbye to my science and math side. I wanted to do all of it. And there have been many people in the past who have done that, and I said, that's who I want to be, and that's who I want to hang out with as well. I want to watch Mythbusters. I want to watch House Hunters International. I want to sing musicals and be a bleak. I want to also grow basil and watch Karate Kid. And I want that to be totally cool that I do all those things, and I want to be around people who like a variety of things. I'm lucky to work with awesome people like Emily at the Science Center of Iowa who love to do all these different things. I'm in charge of Cafe Sci. During January, we talked about autism. The next month, it was the science of kissing. We talked about archaeology. We're going to talk about athletes. We get to go all around, do all sorts of stuff, and there's no limit to it, and I love that. We talk about STEM in the field of science. Science, technology, engineering, and math. It's the big word out there, but I would disagree. I don't think we need to stop at STEM. I want to take that word and expand it. And this is the big thing now that's in there, and I think a lot of people, including some of our earlier presenters, will agree with that. Let's make it STEAM. Let's add that A in there. Let's add art, or in some cases, agriculture. We don't have to tell our young girls especially. That's one area I've been very passionate about. I've worked with girls from when I worked at the TV station and went out, or in other positions. They are going into science careers. They hit middle school and high school, and they're no longer interested in science. And a lot of the thought is, it's because we're telling them, if you're a scientist, you're suddenly going to magically somehow turn into an old white guy with curly bad hair who's pouring things wearing a lab coat. That's not what science is. Science is exploring, learning new things. You don't have to give up your artistic side to be a scientist or a mathematician. It's not just your left brain. It's your left brain and your right brain in combination. And in fact, scientists and the concept of STEAM is very important because scientists and people who are in the arts have one key factor in common: creativity. They have to find a creative solution. If you talk to somebody who maybe designs computer brains, they might not say that they're creative, but you look at what they designed and you say, how in the world did you come up with that? How did you build that bridge? How did you paint that work of art? We're all creative in those STEAM fields, and we need to focus on that. The other thing we all are in those STEAM areas, we're creative and we ask questions. Why? How? That's why we tell kids when they come to the Science Center, you're scientists the second you walk in the door, because you're asking questions. We tell kids, stop asking, why is it that way? Because mom said it's that way. Well, you know what? Maybe step back from that and ask, why is the sky blue? I don't know. Let's look it up online. There are things that are stopping us from going that direction. We've got cable, we've got internet, we can focus ourselves. There's no big three networks that everybody goes home and watches, and then there's water cooler conversations. Very little makes it to that water cooler conversation. Everything's so focused. It doesn't have to be. We need to be out there networking, meeting people from around the world, coming to events like this event tonight, going out there and finding out what other people are doing, and just being interested. I love meeting people. My friend Brenda, I play the country game. I name in country and she tells me what she's done in it. And she's been around the world. We have wonderful things that you can do here in Des Moines to meet people. The art festival coming up. We have the World Food Prize. So much going on out there that we absolutely love, and take advantage of it. Not that many places have these types of things. I know I'm probably speaking to a crowd that does a lot of these things, but one thing that I might encourage you to do differently, I know many of you probably are fans of the farmers market. My husband and I are there every Saturday morning. This Saturday, if it's not a thunderstorm, I encourage you to go out there, not just buy the food, but talk to the vendors, meet people. We met a friend named Chappie who works at one of the stands, and he told us how he came to this country and made his life here. And the other thing is just network, network, network. There are tons of organizations, there's things you can do, meet people, talk to people who don't look like you, talk to people who don't believe the same things that you believe. We can have those conversations and we can connect all together and be that multifaceted person. It's that person who's that singular mirror over there who I find boring. Somebody who can only talk about the latest thing their kid did or their baseball scheme that they love to follow. I want to talk about your kid, your baseball game, and also what you think of the latest research on the hadron collider. Yeah.